because you and Mavis are separated, you can't just sit around the house forever.
I'm not just sitting around. I'm cleaning closets. I'm straightening up things. Hell, the basement looks like a show place.
You know, maybe you should go back on up to New York. Try to talk to her one more time.
No, it was her that wanted a legal separation. Besides, her family hates me. They think I'm just a right-wing trailer park redneck that stole their daughter. I should have realized there's a problem when they gave us that Buford Pusser Walking Tall trilogy for a wedding present.
Hey, Dad, Georgie, could you tell Elliot to give me one of his moles? There's only 3 that came with the kid. He's got them all on his face.
Let me see. You know, he's right. A mole would be the final coup de grace.
Elliot, get in here.
Ben, what are you supposed to be there? Is that some kind of a Bo Derek hairdo?
Billy, you're dating yourself.
Who's Bo Derek?
Bo Derek is Bo Diddley's sister. Anyway, what is that?
They're dreadlocks. They came with this trunk that Mr. Lottie sent me for my birthday. It's got real stuff in it, just like they use in the movies.
Yeah, his friend of Pop's was a makeup artist for one of the big studios, and when he retired recently, Pop bought a bunch of his stuff for the kids.
Did you need something, Father?
Yes, I need you to take off one of these moles and give it to your brother.
I'm sorry, Father, but I don't know what you're talking about. These moles came with my face.
Where does he get this accent?
Oh, he's been watching National Velvet again.
Which one do you want?
The one with the most hair on it. Oh, help! Police! Call Rescue 911!
Don't hurt him.
This doesn't hurt him.
My mouth is bleeding!
Elliot, are you all right?
It's fake alive with the color of blood.
This child is demented.
Hey, Billy Bob, you want some fake saliva with the color of blood to take with you? You can play joke on your neighbors.
No, Elliot, that's all right. My life already has enough horror in it.
Here's something I bet you'd like.
What is it?
Hair in a can. You just spray it on, it looks like real hair.
Well, thank you there, Ben. You know, I got a 25-year class reunion coming up. Now all I got to do is find flat stomach in a can, and I'll be all set.
Okay, you guys, I want you to take your hairy moles and your festering sores and get out of here. You're making everybody sick.
Speaking of a reunion, Mavis thinks that I should just go ahead and get another date because under the circumstances, she would feel funny going.
Well, she's giving you late notice, isn't she? I mean, it's next weekend.
Maybe I won't even go. Maybe you guys should just go, and I'll stay here and clean your closet.
Oh, come on, Billy. We're only going to have our 25th high school reunion once. Besides, we've already got the plane tickets.
You know, I know somebody you might take. Ordinarily, I don't like to fix people up, but since this is an emergency.
Does she have big ones? I'm just joking.
She's a funny, warm, wonderful woman with a ton of personality.
Hey, I'm funny, warm, and wonderful. I need a woman who can contribute something else. Like big ones.
Who are you thinking of?
You know my friend Carolyn Hansen who writes for the Post?
Skinny and homely.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, come on, Georgie, for crying out loud. This is our 25th high school reunion. He doesn't want to take somebody who looks like a newborn bird. Especially since he's going through a divorce. He needs a babe. Otherwise, what's the point of even going?
Well, I thought the point of going was you showing me the town where you grew up and introducing me to your relatives and basking in the glow of treasured memories and rekindling and nurturing old friendships.
No way. Since my mom and dad are in Mexico, the only good reason I can see for even going to this reunion is to have Steve Whitaker get an eye full of you and weep.
I still don't know what those women saw in that Steve Whitaker.
What'd you do, steal your girlfriends?
You didn't steal him.
That's correct. We were through with them.
So this guy Steve, he was probably most popular, captain of the football team, president of the student council.
That's right, he was all over the place. The guy had no focus.
Hey, what were you guys voted?
Well, John was most dependable. He didn't really become a stud till he got to college.
I was most dependable with a bullet.
He was selected by the teachers.
Golly, that sounds kind of dorky.
Thank you.
All the parents and teachers liked him. Of course, they were unaware that by night he was stalking their daughters with a pup tent and a blow-up air mattress in his trunk.
Oh, I see. So, in other words, you were mostly pole and hot air.
Tell her what you were voted, Billy.
Best dressed.
That's right. And what else? Don't be modest.
Most likely to kill a person. This hair in a can stuff looks pretty good. What do you think?
Not bad. You might get away with it.
Here, feel it.
I don't want to feel it.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. I mean, it looks like real hair, but it's just paint. You can even swim in it.
Really?
Yeah, of course, you can't get your head wet, and you have to avoid splashing.
Did you buzz me, Mr. Hartman?
Yes, I did, Miss Starr, about an hour and a half ago. I've got a letter I need you to type up for me right away.
Oh, but I just typed one up yesterday.
I know, I'm sorry. New stuff keeps coming up.
Oh, Mr. Davis, I just wanted to tell you that I know an absolutely fall-over-dead gorgeous girl who works in Senator Pryor's office and who just broke up with her boyfriend and would probably love to go to your reunion with you.
Well, thank you, Miss Starr, but I'm not even sure I'm going to the reunion. And if I do go, then I want a real killer date. Not a date who can think. I want a date who can kill. You see, I'm not interested in a relationship anymore. I've already had that. This would be strictly a superficial date. I want her to walk in that room and wipe out every woman there. I'm talking industrial strength, nuclear-powered, major glow sex appeal.
Sounds to me like you want date in a drum.
Don't you think you're overcompensating just a little, Billy Bob?
Overcompensating for what?
Well, for the fact that your marriage is on the rocks, and according to average male life expectancy, you've only about 30 years left, and your hairline's receding.
Like I said, I don't want a thinker. I want someone who looks like her, but doesn't think.
She always goes to lunch at 12:15. Now just stand there so she can't see you when the door's open. Now all you have to do is look her over, and if you like her, I'll give you her phone number. When you think about it, it's kind of like home shopping. Hi, Dorothy. How's it going?
Hello, Dee Dee. Are you getting on?
No, I'm not. I'm just making sure people don't violate the load limit. Dorothy, would you mind turning around?
No, I don't mind.
Well, I don't see anything too big to be in this elevator. Well, sorry to have bothered you, everybody. Have a nice day. Well, how's that for dumb? Huh? What do you think?
I think I'm in love. So, Dorothy, I've seen you around in the hall and, of course, a few times down on the floor with Senator Pryor. And I just have to tell you that I've been very, very impressed with your appearance. You know, your personal upkeep, the way you handle yourself. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I've got a class reunion coming up this weekend, and this may be a little unorthodox, but I thought if we hit it off, I was hoping we might go together. Well, of course, we wouldn't be alone. John Hartman and his wife, Georgianne Lottie, would be going, along with their two adorable and easy-to-be-around sons. Well, we can discuss the details when we have those drinks. Okay, Dorothy. All right, then. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I've been very impressed with your personal upkeep.
Yeah. She was putty in my hands.
Great, now we'll see how she feels about the paint on your head.
I really wish Dorothy hadn't gotten the flu so we could have gone out and had those drinks. I just don't like the idea of going away for the weekend with somebody you've never gone out with before.
What do you care? It's not like it's a blind date. Anyway, you've already seen her.
So this is your old girlfriend, Jan Lindsay?
Well, actually, that's not a very good picture of her. I think she just finished PE and eaten a really big meal.
No. I think she looks very sweet.
Thank you.
Who's this? Hartman, stay away from me and my entire family?
That's Mr. Halbert Taylor. He was crazy.
He was supposed to be a math teacher, but he had this pinhead theory of evolution that people with small heads aren't as intelligent as everybody else. Anybody who had a small head, he removed them from his class immediately.
So one day, somebody wrote on the blackboard, Mr. Taylor is a pinhead. Billy and I happened to be standing right there, and he's hated our guts ever since.
Oh, this guy was a real fruitcake. He even sent letters to our superior officer in Vietnam, claiming that John and I had somehow had our heads surgically enlarged.
Well, I could have disputed that. I can verify that your head's enlarged completely on their own.
Okay, come on, guys. We're not going to drag all that disguise stuff with us.
Please, Dad. If we have to stay at a motel, we'll have nothing to play with.
Come on, let him take it.
All right, but just keep it out of my sight.
How come we can't stay at Grandma and Grandpa's house?
I told you they leased it out for 6 months. What's that on your nose?
A fake booger.
You know, a fake mole I can understand, but you'd think they could come up with a real booger.
All right, that's it. I don't want to see any more boogers, warts, moles, or anything repulsive on anybody's face for the rest of the weekend.
You probably shouldn't go to this reunion then.
Hello, I'm Dorothy Bingham. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting, but I had to wait for my daughter to get home. She's going to house sit for me.
You're Dorothy. Oh.
Yes, and you, of course, are Miss Lottie.
Oh, please, call me Georgianne. Nice to meet you. This is my husband, John Hartman.
How do you do?
And this is your date for the weekend, Billy Bob Davis.
Mr. Davis, I have to tell you, this is the wildest and craziest thing I've ever done in all my life. But you were so persuasive on the phone. And also, I've been talking to my senior counselor about new ways to make my life more adventurous. And I guess this is as good a start as any.
I need to take some pills before we go. John, could you come in the kitchen and help me with that?
Sure, excuse me.
Dorothy, these are our sons, Ben and Elliot.
Hi.
Oh, aren't they adorable?
Wow. Where did you get all those spots on your hands? They're names.
What are you talking about taking pills? What kind of pills?
Cyanide, that's what kind. Did you see how old she is?
Yes, I saw. Well, what happened? I thought you saw her in the elevator.
That's not the same woman. What do you think? The hair in a can seeped through to my brain?
How did this happen?
I don't know how it happened. I don't care how it happened. All I know is that I'm not going to my high school reunion with a woman that's 105 years old.
Billy, she's here. She's packed. We have to take her.
We? Oh, that's easy for you to say. Because you're going with somebody that looks like a Playboy pinup. Meanwhile, I'm with the poster girl for hip replacements.
Excuse me. Think I can clarify how this happened with you and Dot?
Dot?
Big Dot, actually. She just told me she has a daughter, Little Dot, who used to live with her, who works in Senator Bumper's office. Big Dot works in Pryor's office, the other Arkansas senator. I assume Dee Dee got them confused.
Confused? You're lucky you didn't wind up with little Dorothy from Kansas.
Wait, no, see, this is good. This is great. I mean, because she understands that this is all a big mistake.
No, I didn't tell her any of this. She thinks that you saw her and wanted to go out with her because you don't care about age. You cancel this date now, you're going to break that woman's heart.
Well, if I go with her, it's going to break my heart.
You don't believe this. You're not even going to give her a chance.
A chance? What do you think? They're going to fall in love?
No. But if you guys didn't have your brains in your pants, you might discover that there are some wonderful things Dot has to offer.
Like what?
Well, like, for example, wisdom.
If I wanted wisdom, I'd go out with Bill Moyers. At least he's only got one chin.
Come on, Georgie. You show me a man who says he's attracted to an 80-year-old woman, and I'll show you a man who's either lying through his teeth or doesn't have any teeth.
Okay, since perpetual testosterone poisoning has obviously rendered the two of you completely unable to respond to this situation on any kind of humanitarian level, let me put this in the most basic of terms. If Dot doesn't go, I don't go.
You see what happens when you choose one that thinks?
Okay, you guys, your cousin Rhonda's going to be here any minute to babysit you.
Hey, Dad, look, I was just eating dinner. My hand busted open.
I'll be so glad when they run out of those damn capsules. By the way, before you get dressed, I bought you a little surprise.
Oh, what's the occasion?
The occasion is I'm the luckiest guy here to be married to you.
A dress.
Yeah.
With the neckline cut down to the ankles, how thoughtful.
Is it so terrible to be proud of the woman I'm married to?
Oh, come on. This has nothing to do with pride. This has to do with some primitive game. You and Billy Bob are playing My Date is Better Than Yours.
Well, I think Billy's been pretty much eliminated. Yeah.
Hey, don't mind me. I was just too depressed to stay in my room.
Where's Dot?
Oh, she's in her room. Aging.
Is she okay?
Well, I guess she is. I think we'd know if she wasn't. You know, she wears one of those medic alert bracelets that goes off if she's fallen and can't get up.
Hey, Billy Bob, are you going to the reunion with that grandma?
Well, looks like I am, Elliot. Unless she dies before the party starts.
Don't be ridiculous. She's not that old.
Maybe she's not, but her arms sure are. I'm sure she can't help it, but I just know it's my luck that she's going to wear some big old sleeveless evening gown, and that skin that hangs down right here is going to flap around when we dance.
Who knows? If it's a real fast number, the two of you might even get airborne.
Oh, my gosh, look at the time. You know, the pre-party's already started. Why don't you guys go on downstairs? I got to try on this dress. I'll meet you down
Are
there.
you sure?
Yeah. You know, if I'm going to knock everybody's socks off, I'm going to have to reach into my old bag of tricks.
Okay, don't be too long.
Hey, guys. Can I borrow your old bag of tricks?
Hey, Billy Bob. Hey, who's that woman you're with?
Mike, I don't suppose you remember my mom.
Yeah, a big tall woman with a bun on her head?
I don't suppose you remember my aunt.
Honey, you remember Billy Bob? You met him at our 10-year reunion.
That's right. Nice to see you again. This is Dorothy.
How do you do?
Hi.
You know, the lighting in this place is really terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it really puts the years on you.
Don't look now. It's Mr. Taylor at 3 o'clock.
I knew those boys never would amount to nothing. Too squirrely. Then they went to Vietnam. I knew we'd never win that war.
So, Billy, you want to introduce me to your date?
I'm sorry. Dorothy, this is Steve Whitaker.
Hello.
How do you do?
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to adjourn to the bar and mix myself a mean ginger ale. You fellas have fun.
She's recently recovered from a devastating illness. She's a lot younger than she looks.
Yeah, what, in dog years?
Very funny, Steve.
Hey, everybody, lock up your muzzles. Billy Bob Davis is on the prowl.
Keep moving, Red.
These boys' heads are normal now. When they was in high school, looked like a pair of pinheads.
Hey, John, I understand our old girlfriend, Jan Lindsay's going to be here tonight. They say she's a real knockout.
You know, Steve, I don't think you're quite getting the picture yet. You see, John here happens to be married to one of the 10 hottest-looking women in America. I mean, we're talking Christy Brinkley, Cheryl Teagues, lie down in the carpet and weep gorgeous.
Oh, hi, sweetie. I'm sorry, I'm late. I had to wait for Rhonda to arrive, you know. So how's the party?
Do I know you?
You better know me, silly. I mean, otherwise you bought the wrong woman a new dress. What do you think?
I don't think you want to know what I think.
I wasn't going to wear this sweater with it, but then I thought, what the heck? Why catch a cold trying to impress a bunch of people you're not going to see again for 20 years? So I made it into a jumper.
This is weird. This is really weird.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your friends?
No.
Well, I'm John's wife, Georgianne. And you are?
Mike Estrie.
Hi, Mike.
Debbie Clarkson.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Tom Clarkson.
Hello, Tom.
Well, I've just got to say, Georgie, that John and Billy Bob's description of you does not do you justice.
Well, I'm afraid these guys are just blinded by the magnitude of my personality. And as they're so often fond of saying, when you're warm, funny, and wonderful, who needs big ones? Well, now, okay, which one of you boys is going to ask me to dance first? Never mind, I'll pick. You. Come first. Come on. Don't be afraid, I won't bite you.
What in the world is this all about?
I don't know, but if I had to guess, she's punishing us for being middle-aged, superficial, sexist jerks.
Punish? Hell, what do we need to be punished for? I mean, we're already at our 25th reunion with Grandma Moses. Is it also necessary for your wife to show up looking like a damn donkey? I'm sorry I'm upsetting you. Maybe nobody will even notice.
Not notice? Are you kidding? Those teeth are so big you could watch Apocalypse Now on them.
I hate to say this, buddy, but I think we're the laughing stock of this reunion. Is it just me, or is it hot in here? What's the matter?
You got some hair running down your face there.
Oh, man, this is awful. Is there anything else we could do to be any more repulsive? Why don't you just run upstairs there and get that big old bag of boogers and we'll go out with both barrels blazing.
Look at that. His head's finally sprung a leak.
I hate reunions. There's nothing here you can't find out in one of those Christmas newsletters.
Well, I've had a lovely evening with you.
You're joking.
No. The wonderful thing about being a woman at my age, you've had so much time to learn to appreciate men of your age.
Well, now you're really making me feel crummy.
Oh, Mr. Davis, I know you haven't quite figured out how you feel about old people. Don't worry about it too much. You know, the funny thing about ageism, it's the only prejudice that everybody eventually outgrows.
You know, I'd be honored if you'd give me this dance.
Forget it, Pinhead. This fox's dance card is full.
Okay, Georgie, you made your point. Why don't you just take that stuff off?
Hey, right now your friends just think I'm homely. If I take it off, they'll know I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
Yeah? Well, the bottom line is this, Heartman. Dorothy is me in 30 years, and I just want to know one thing. Are you still going to love me when I'm old and in a nursing home? Or when I have things here and arm flaps and a 40-foot hair growing out of my chin? Or when they wheel me by you in the cafeteria, you're just going to pretend like you don't know me?
How long did you say that hair was? No, Georgie, come on. I can't help it if I love the fact that you're beautiful. Someday, maybe you won't be, and then I'll just love the fact that you're mine. Because of all the people in the world, you're the one that I'd most like to fall apart with.
That's what I want to hear. Because all this appearance stuff is so superficial. Thank you. I love you so much.
Please don't smile. You're repulsing me.
Hey, Jan!
Who's that?
Oh, that's my old girlfriend, Jan Lindsay.
Well, I thought you were supposed to be chubby and have braces.
I guess she got him off. I better go say hi to her. Jan, how are you?
I'm wonderful now that you're here. I was hoping you'd come.
You remember me? Oh, good. You don't have a name tag.
Well, you remembered me.
Yeah, I did. Listen, you look fantastic.
Thanks. Well, I lost weight.
Yeah, well, it certainly shows.
You haven't aged a bit.
Oh, well, thanks. I jog, I work out, I try to eat the right cereal. Well, hello.
Boy, you sure look different.
Oh, well, I ran a comb through my hair, put on a little lipstick. Hello, Jan. I'm John's wife, Georgie.